Hello everybody, welcome to another video. My name is Rodgon. I am a designer and illustrator, and today I am going to share with you guys the top 5 artists that helped me or influenced me the most while I was developing as an artist. And that doesn't mean that they've stopped, helping me develop by seeing their artwork and, aspiring to be like them, but these are probably the top 5 people in the whole world that helped me develop to the point where I am today. These are the ones that I look up to. These are the people that I still look up to this point, to this day. And, I love their work and I hopefully aspire to be at their level at one point or another. So let's get it started. All right. The first one is going to be Mr. Steven Silver. This dude and his artwork is amazing. If you can, you can probably tell why I am so attracted to the work that he's done. He's worked on as a character designer for a multitude of different things, all the way from Danny Phantom, Kim Possible, Fairly Odd Parents, and I am pretty sure like a ton of different things from there. His style is very fluid. It seems like everything is just one of those squishy balls that you can just the stress inducing balls. And he plays with shapes so damn good. It's really awesome to see him just take any random shape and just be able to make it into anything he wants. That is where I got a lot of my early experience when it came down to drawing human faces. Obviously, the structure within these, it's not necessarily the most anatomically correct, but that is not necessarily what you want when you're designing characters. You want to be able to, design them in any way, shape, or form that you want. His line work is just epic. Like, he has some of the cleanest, nicest line work that anybody can get with just a brush pen. And when you see his digital stuff, it's even cleaner. But as you can see, there's a lot of playfulness to it. And there's a lot of good flow when it comes down to every aspect of the character designs. There is a reason that he has a whole school, like an academy right now, where he teaches people how to do character design. And if you guys actually like his work, he does have a couple different books that you guys can check out. He just released a book called The Silver Way, Techniques and Tips and Tutorials for Effective Character Design. I got it when they had it on Kickstarter, and it's a very, very intensive book. So if you're very serious about learning how to do character design, that's a very good way to go about it. Pick up the book and just go through the whole thing, and then by the end, you'll probably be way better than you started. And he also has different sketchbooks. I couldn't find images for the other ones, but I bought this one at the Comic-Con a couple years ago. And, they're just amazing to see what he does with just random drawings of people that he sees on a daily basis. So, if you guys want to check them out, I'm going to leave a link in the description for each one of the artists so you guys can check out, their page and check them out yourselves, and maybe they'll help you get inspired as well. On to the next artist. The next artist I have on my list is the incredible and immaculate Frank Cho. Well, as you guys know if you guys follow me on Instagram or you guys follow me just pretty much anywhere, what I like to draw the most is really hot girls and really perverted animals. Really cute perverted animals. And this is essentially where I got that whole concept from. This dude, inspired me ever since I was little. I was just looking at his comics. His comic was called Liberty Meadows, and it just goes on with this really, really hot girl that just gets into random things And she has a whole cast of really, really cartoony animals that just constantly cause trouble for her. But she is a badass, and she just it's just a really fun comic. It's essentially a Sunday comic, like a comic strip comic, and you guys should really check it out. If you guys can see from the images, you guys can probably already tell why this is so appealing to me. And you guys can probably see some similarities when it comes down to what I do and what I draw and what he creates. And he is just like, to me, he is just like a million times better than I am. He's one of the people that I literally idolize. And hopefully one day I'll get to the point where, I can draw close to what he draws. He's a huge inspiration, and I'm a very competitive person. So the closer that I'm able to get to getting even to a certain level close to him, the more I'm going to want to, aim to achieve a higher. He has a variety of books. Like, he's been publishing books forever, but I mostly like to focus on his Liberty Meadows comics. So as you can see, here are some of the, more prevalent ones. You guys can just literally Google Liberty Meadows and you guys will get a ton of different, reference images, or you guys can just buy them on Amazon and stuff like that. So he's very well known, and you guys can probably find his books pretty much anywhere. Any bookstore probably has them. Next runner-up is, yet again, a guy that draws incredibly beautiful women. This guy is Dean Yeagle. Dean Yeagle is a cartoonist, and he's been doing cartoons for an eternity. He worked for Playboy for a very long time, and he was the one that used to do their comic strips. So, and he also, created the original characters for Cookie Crisp, I believe. And, he's just an animator, and he's awesome, and he likes slightly perverted things and innuendos and everything like that, and I love it. This guy, once I found out that he existed, I studied his work nonstop. In college, and at that point, I was not able to replicate what he did. I just wasn't. Like, I didn't understand the subtleties of the anatomy that he did, or the curves, or anything like that. So all my drawings used to look like very bad versions of his stuff. But, eventually I started getting better, and I branched off with, other, designers and other illustrators that also influenced me. But this guy was probably the person that I admired the most. And I remember meeting him at Comic-Con one year, and I was just like amazed that he was like 80. Like, he was old, and he had such a livelihood to his drawings, and I want to be him when I grow up. I want to be that guy that's still doing what he wants and what he loves when he's older. Like, that is something that I look up to. His artwork is amazing, but I just want, I look up to his career more than anything. He's been doing this forever, and he's just gotten better and better as the time goes by. Let's see. He does have several books as well. I highly recommend all his scribblings book, because it shows you a little bit of the details of what he actually draws like. So it's essentially his sketchbook, his artist sketchbooks. And there's another one that I want to show you guys. And the name of the book, I believe, it's Mélanger. And it's essentially like a whole book of his character Mandy. Oh, no, actually, no. This one's not just his character Mandy, but he has a bunch of it in there. Mandy is the blonde girl that you see in most of his covers, and that's his character. But it shows a lot of examples of his comic books from, Playboy, and a lot of his early development for the Cookie Crisp people, and just how he draws women, how he does everything. And I recommend it highly if you guys are interested in learning a little bit more about what Dean Yeagle does. Okay. These next guys are probably some of the best designers I have ever gotten a chance to meet in my life. These guys just, anything they touch seems to be gold. And the company that they work, they own is called Creaturebox. The two guys that are in control of that whole thing is Dave Guertin and Greg Baldwin. Those two dudes, holy moly, guys, like, I wish that my mind worked at that capacity. I've seen them draw live. I've seen them draw, like against other people in competitions at CTN Expo, just live. They are just great. Like, their line work, their coloring, their creative process is just awesome. You might know them because they developed a lot of the Ratchet and Clank series. They did all the creature and weapon development for them. They also, I believe, they worked on a cartoon called Slugterra, and they developed a lot of stuff there. But that's not necessarily what's impressive about them. Their creature designs, oh dear God, their creature designs, their just character designs, their line work, their coloring, their backgrounds. It doesn't seem like these guys have any limitations when it comes down to what they do. They have their own style, they have their own feel for everything, and it's like undistinguishable from anything else. It's just like if you see something even similar to them, it's literally just a copy of Creaturebox. As you can probably tell right off the bat that these guys are just awesome. And you guys should check out their Inktober. It's gonna start coming up. They do a drawing every day for Inktober, and at the end of Inktober, I believe they sell them. So, hey man, if you guys get a chance to try to grab one of their drawings, because you're gonna be fighting me for some of them. I love their artwork. I love their coloring. I love pretty much everything they do, all the way down to the design of their sketchbooks and their creature and their just their books in general. Even that is amazing. The ones that I would recommend are the Monster Volume, which incorporates a ton. It's like 5 years of just creatures in it. So I recommend that you guys check that out. Then they have, I believe, volume 1 and 2 of Shred, which is their sketchbook. Essentially, it shows everything that, they did go through, like real random drawings here and there with different things and stuff. So you guys should really check them out. I highly, highly recommend them. They're probably my top favorite designers, period. Like all the other guys that I mentioned, they're very influential on me, but man, these guys just are on a completely different level for me, and you guys should definitely check them out. Yet another one that I was not able to really comprehend and be able to replicate until way later into my art career is this amazing dude, Chris Sanders. You guys might know him better because he, designed all the characters for Lilo and Stitch. Actually, I don't know if all the characters, but I'm pretty sure he was a big part of designing the whole Lilo and Stitch thing. But this guy's women and animals are off the freaking charts. Like, his animals are the cutest things in the world. His girls are the sexiest girls ever. They have a little bit of thickness. They have a slight Pacific Islander feel to them. So to me, they always look a little bit like Filipino girls. And they just have this sensuality to them, and the curves and the angles that he gets and the posing and the personality. Oh, guys, this guy is a master at this. One day, I hope to get to this level. I honestly hope to get to the level that this guy's at. I've seen him draw in person too, and he just draws amazing. Just check out his sketches. Check out his, just check out any of his work. It's just great. I don't even know how to describe it. Maybe I'm just idolizing all these people a little too much, But damn, just damn, to me this is impressive, this is amazing, this is awesome. And this is something that I aim for. This guy is literally the embodiment of what I want to end up. Not necessarily working for animation companies or anything like that. I just mean style wise and skill wise, this is my short-term goal. Well, not even short-term. Hopefully I just achieve it at some point. But this is a goal that I've been wanting to get to. And just like the other ones, he has several books that you guys can check out. He has his own little comic book called Kiskalu, and it's based on this little mischievous little cat, the pirate patch on his he's just like a little asshole, but it's just really funny, and you guys should really check it out. And if you guys want to check it out more because of his actual artwork and not necessarily read a story, you guys can check out all his sketchbooks that he releases. He has, I believe, 6 so far, and they're all really cool and laid out awesome. And it just shows a lot of pinups, a lot of cute animals, a lot of his thought process and how he goes about doing it. And I highly recommend them. They're really, they're not necessarily all that big. They're like 8.5 by 5.5. So I like to carry them wherever I go, and whenever I have time, I actually practice on the subtleties of his line work. And it's helped me out immensely, and hopefully it helps you guys out too. All right, guys. Well, those are the 5 top artists that have probably influenced me the most ever since I was back in art school. And I started drawing when I was in art school. So that's probably the top 5 artists that have influenced me the most, period. But there are some, mentionable people that have influenced me recently that I really want to shout out. So honorable mentions go to Genevieve Tsai, because she is just freaking amazing. Like, it's just insane. Like, if you check out her books, she has a few. I have one right here that you guys can check out. I love this one more than anything. It's called For the Love of Lines. And it just shows how she goes about designing everything. It just shows you how much actual detail and how much work she puts into everything that she does. Like, it's crazy. It's really, really cool, and I highly recommend that you guys check out her book. And the other artists that I would like to, give an honorable mention to is Jhonen Vasquez. This guy was you probably know more from him and Invader Zim. But he also had other comics like Johnny the Homicidal Maniac and Squee. And those, oh my god, I wanted to draw like him so badly. So badly. It was like he was a huge inspiration when I saw his comic books for the first time. I swear, I think I tried to draw like him for a good 3 or 4 months before I realized that I need to get better at just learning how to draw, period, before I can try to imitate somebody's artwork, like outside of, just their actual style. I needed to actually learn how to draw. But other than that, I think those would be the only 2 honorable mentions that I'd like to mention so far. I'm pretty sure I'll run into a lot more down the line, and I never get stopped from being inspired from, just random people and random artists out there, but those are probably the most influential for me. So thank you guys so much for watching the video. I hope this was a little bit informative, and I know that wasn't a drawing in this one, but I think you guys have asked enough for me to make a video like this, so I just wanted to make it for you guys so you guys can understand how I ended up drawing and developing the way that I did. So glad you guys stayed all the way to the end, and I left the link at the bottom for all the artists so you guys can check out their websites, and I'm pretty sure they have links for all their books within their own websites, so you guys can check it out there. Get the books if you guys want. If you guys don't like it, that's fine too. That's just my opinion. But thank you guys all so much for watching. Thank you again, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you. I leave you guys here links to the left and to the right with other videos you guys might actually enjoy. I also leave you guys a link to my Patreon where I will be posting more in-depth videos of real-time situations and also other ways that you guys can make money with your art. So thank you guys so much, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.